for the members. All right, we are now going to go into Canva. So I've got my free account. So I've got two versions. I've got my free account that I use through my university, which is the very basic one. And I think most of us, hands up if you've got a pro account with Canva. Okay, so only a couple of us have the pro account. It's a lot more features. It's a lot more convoluted and it's a little bit more difficult to use. Whereas we're going to focus on the one that most people use because we're a nonprofit organization. We've got to be realistic. No one's going to be paying, $20 to $30 a month unless they're using it for, for professional reasons or for university reasons. So I use mine both professionally and for university, but we're going to my university account today. All right. We're going to look at me. I think we're going to look at the way that Toastmasters actually has with the words. Has everyone got the brand manual? Did everyone see the brand manual? And I'm actually going to stop the share for one moment. I'm just going to pull it up really quickly because I want to show you something that's really interesting now that they've added to it. And that's words, the words that we can actually use to promote our club. This is a new part of the brand manual. I think it's really interesting how they've come up with this. I'm not sure how they came up with this, but transparencies, logos, there's a lot of stuff. As you can see, I've had to break a lot of this stuff down for you. Phrase guidelines. Here we go. All right. So these are the approved phrases that they want us to use on our flyers. Find your voice. Relax. Present confidently. Relax. Speak confidently. Communicate confidently. Now, does anyone see that? It's registered. There's a trademark. There's a brand within the brand. Communicate confidently. 100 years of confident voices. Find your confidence. Become a better leader. Invest in a brighter future. Now, I find this really interesting. See how they said don't put a landscape, but they've actually contradicted within their own brand manual. They've put a picture of trees and goodness knows what with a microphone. So I'm a bit confused there myself. That's something that does need to be raised to Toastmasters International. And also the second picture doesn't meet branding with the colors. So I'm a bit confused here myself. And this is, yeah, I've looked into this. Does anyone have a favorite line or a favorite phrase that they have here on the screen out of these ones that are approved phrases? Shout one out and I will use that.
Well, it's not necessarily my favorite. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's clearly the replacement for one that is missing, which is where leaders are made.
Okay. All right. So become a better leader. Okay. All right. So does it,
what I was saying was communicate confidently is replacing where leaders are made.
Right.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Where leaders are made is, if you go to Toastmasters.org, is disappearing from the site.
Yep.
And disappearing from their materials. And this is what is showing up. They haven't announced anything that I've seen, but it's like very subtle, soft replacement with throwing out the old slogan, and this is the new one.
New one, okay. So does everyone want to use the communicate softly for the purposes and the intent of today's session? I'm just going to have a look. Okay, so there's the phrase guidelines. Interesting. So we're going to use communicate confidently. Is everyone all good with that? Okay, cool. All right. So I'm just going to get out of there and I'm going to go back in and we'll create a beautiful Facebook post and I'll send the graphic on to Tanishq and we'll make sure that Tanishq actually tags everyone in the graphic and I'll get everyone to help me with this. So what we do is we click on, so this is the very basic one. As you can see, I have not played in it. I've kept it blank for all of us for today. So we click on create a design. So we're in Canva, it's the free account, it's not the paid one. All right, you're given a whole list of what you want to do. We're going to click on social media. Okay, now I'll be honest with you, the best style to use is not the Facebook one, the one that actually fits all of them. Strangely, but truly is actually the Instagram post. So I'm going to try and see if I can bring up the Instagram post. Back. I'm just going to cheat now because I'm bad. An Instagram post. Okay, so you can type it or you can actually create a blank. Okay, so I'm going to create a blank. And we're going to start from here. Does anyone have anything they would like? Do we want to just do a picture of a person? So we'll find someone, because you can do this in multiple ways. So we'll X out of there. So we can click on elements. And then we can create, say, public speaking. Because we've also got to have our logo and we're going to have to use this new catchphrase. So we click on photos. We have options here, videos, but the videos take up a lot of space. Just as a hint, they take up a lot of space and we won't be able to download these because you've got to have the pro account. So we're going to use photos today. Is everyone all good with the photos? Yep. Okay, cool. Does anyone have a picture there that they really like? And we can use a microphone as a heads up because it portrays the Toastmasters branding conference, etc. Kimberly?
Something with more than one person, I feel.
Okay. All right.
Like we're at a club meeting, with at least 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, no problem. So we'll have a look down here. We'll keep on looking down. So it's all about, I guess, if we're portrayed that club meeting, having the people, we want to make sure it's someone standing up, speaking, especially for an in-person meeting. If it's online, I would be going for a picture of a laptop with the screen with all the people on the screen. But we are going to find people here. And I'm not finding one that really, well, let's have a look at this. No. Okay. And also it's a pro account one. So I might just go back up.
We can also use one from the brand manual. They have a whole ton of photos.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's not okay. I love this when you can't find one that's oh, here we go. Not really.
How about the guy? The guy speaking to the audience. That to your right.
That one,
white-
it's a pro account though. See, this is the problem with not
What
having it's a pro account photo. So you see how it's got like a little crown down there? That's a
You
pro.
have to
It's a
pay
professional.
for it.
You have to pay for it.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Okay, crown, you have to pay.
Yeah. So if you I have a great idea. Hang on, or maybe not. Here we go. I might use this one. Is everyone okay if I use not really. There we go. We'll use this one. Okay. This is not a really good version. No. Okay. I might go for it's free.
Now you know why.
Yeah, because it's not good. Oh, here we go. I think I found one. Here we go. Is everyone happy with that one?
I
Yeah.
like that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll use this one then. Okay, so it's come out in a small version. So what we have to do is we have to fit it to the actual size of the Instagram template, okay? Because we're going to use it as a whole photo. We're going to take up the whole thing. So what we do is we right click on it, set image as background, and that's the problem. We're missing some of the people. But what we can do with that is we can drag that a bit over so we can get rid of some of what she's presenting on, and we can still have her engaged on the screen, but hopefully, there we go, communicate confidently. So we can put that up there. And we can also go down into here, and I'll show everyone how to upload the fonts as well, because there is a way that it needs to be done. So here we go. We can communicate confidently. And there we go. So that would be what we're looking for. It's basic, yes, but what it does is it gives us a bit of an understanding of that. Now, to put your branding in, you can't actually put your brand into the brand kit because you have to pay to put your font, like your fonts, your logos into the brand kit. And this is really important, especially if you're into PR and all that, is this is where you have to have the debate. Do I get a paid version, the professional account, or do I keep a free account? Because the free account doesn't allow you to put your logos and all your branding and your fonts and uploading your fonts. So I just want to point this out. This is why it's very limited, but there's always another workaround. There's uploading files, and we're going to do that today. I'm going to upload a file. So I'll just go back in. So down the left-hand side, can't use the brand kit because that's a paid version. So gold crown sitting next to it. But if you click upload file, we can put some of it into that. So that's your workaround. It's annoying, but it's another way to work with it. Does anyone have any questions about this? No? Okay, cool. So I'm just going to try and see if I can find it. Tanish, do you have any questions at all?
Nope, all good.
Okay, good. Toastmasters. And this is where you actually do need to know. I'm just going to do it for the intents and purposes of today, but I will create another one offline for all of us. Here we go. As you can see, I've created a lot of graphics and stuff. Toastmasters. Here we go. Toastmasters logo. Upload. All right, beautiful. Don't download it as JPEG because it's going to have a white background, and to remove the white background, just as a heads up, again, the gold crown is going to come, do as PNG, picture, not graphic. So that's that there. So see how it's just doing the actual logo itself. And then we have to make the logo smaller. However, we can't have it like microscopic because we can't see the name, Toastmasters International. And we have to make sure it's got space between the top curve and it also doesn't hit within a certain space. So I've got to make sure that, yep, the space is fine. And that there is, let me put that into there and I'll put that over here to communicate confidently. All right. So it's basic, but it gives you an understanding of what we're looking for. Does that help people with like what we're looking for? I know it's not the most fun and the most exciting one, but we can create another one and I will create another one for us. So let's do, again, we're very limited because see this, the gold crowns are sitting there. So we've got to be really, that might work. Actually, does that one? Oh. Okay, does that one? No, it doesn't. Okay. Beautiful. All right. I'm happy about this because it's also a free one, but we can have a picture and I'll show you why I'm happy about it. Because we can have if I put public speaking, I'm just going to go for whatever one is, we'll put that into the background and we'll make, place the background. Okay, beautiful. All right. The reason I'm happy about this is because we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can use 6 pictures on top of the main picture. Does everyone understand why I'm happy about this? And we can have pictures of every single person here of like if you're at a Toastmasters meeting and then people can identify with each individual within the tribe of Toastmasters. So I'm just going to go and have a look at happy, just as an example, happy people, and hopefully we don't have hit. Oh, we hit. Is that a? Hang on. No, we don't. Okay, so see how I'm going to put these people like in the meeting, and I'm going to try and see if I can get okay. Hopefully we don't have this whole wall thing. Oh, here we go. Happy person. There we go. And I'll bring her down Okay, that's not going to work. But if I can bring her into here. So here's another example of being creative and being able to use everything to the best of our advantage. So there we go. Photo of the family. Everyone. Okay. Here we go. Even though you can't see them, it sort of gives you a bit of an illusion to what's actually happening. And what's another one that's for free that we can use? Okay, we can't use that one. Why can't we use this one here?
It's got a kid in it.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're not allowed to use that. But we'll keep on going down until we find another free picture. There we go. And then, okay, pretend that that's just people raising their hands. I'm just doing it for the sake of the thing. See how we're creating sort of a way, it's an illusion of people who are at your meeting. So this would be something that would be good if you're if you're an in-person meeting, if your club is meeting either in a hybrid with the in-person people. So you can create the illusion of there's Gloria, there's Kevin, there's Jan, there's Yannicka, and there's Mitch. And then it creates that sliding scale. And then we can also, as I said before, we can go to the upload. I can go to the picture. Okay, there it is. And I can put that right there. And then that identifies us as a Toastmasters International Club. Everyone happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you can be really creative and really think outside of the circle of how you can actually create and identify. So if anyone wants me to put pictures of themselves, if you've got a picture that you would like me to put, I am happy to redesign that and put, like, I can put one of Kevin, one of Gloria, one of Jan, one of Kim, and one of Mitch, and then we can have like this sliding scale of this illusion, and it does meet the Toastmasters branding. And we can have, like, say in here, we could have some of those things, communicate confidently. Sorry if I can't spell it right. Or we can go here and we can go be you, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can have all the different
Find a voice. Find
Yeah.
your voice.
find your voice or whatever. Okay. So there you can have this whole beautiful illusion, but you have the members of your club. So you can really be creative. So that's just some ideas, some examples. But my encouragement for all is the best way to actually do this is just to sit there and just design and design and design, because the only way that you're going to get comfortable with using this is if you sit and actually just create. And I encourage all to do that. All right, I am going to stop the share. So that's a brief introduction to Canva. I'm going to go back to Tish because we may have questions for this. Daniel.
Yes, it's very fascinating. It's interesting, but I'm wondering, where do you use this? Do you use this on a website, or do you use this to make posters? What do you do with it? What is it for? I don't understand.
No, that's okay. It's all good. So
Sorry.
the VPPR of your club, whoever the VPPR of your beautiful club Aloha Parliamentarians is this year, I would encourage them to actually get on the website and to design for Facebook, their club website, Instagram, or any other social media platform. LinkedIn is another good one, and get them to go out and actually design the materials and the posters. Because trust me, a flyer can be a very great and amazing way. One of the things that Toastmasters International has provided to us, and I'll just bring it up and I'll share the screen as well, is they've actually got preset templates for Canva.
Yes.
And they cost nothing. So if you click on all of these, I put the PDF into the chat for all of you. You can actually click on these and they're already ready to go for you.
Wow. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, so my encouragement is to actually start with this, because unless you're really creative and love to design, which I do most days because of my job and my university degree, Yes. So I can send it by email to Tanish and he can send it out to all the BPPRs in District 49. Does anyone else have any questions? Everyone's a bit lost for words. All right, I'm going to hand back to Tanishka now.
All right. So let's give a huge round of applause to Alicia for such a comprehensive introduction to such an important topic. Uh, I personally really appreciate it because I think it's a difficult topic to cover. Canva is really complex, but you were really able to, get that and that. People really need to learn how to use templates. People really need to learn how to use those images and text. And once they get started, I'm sure they'll get better at it. So I really like the whole logic and the idea and the philosophy behind your presentation. So I really appreciate you doing this for us. And as always, it was a great pleasure listening to you present and catching up with you. So I guess if we do not have any more questions, we are good to conclude because yeah, we are at 7 p.m. Hawaii time, which was our